All right, then let's get moving. Let's get started in child's pose. So toes together in the back of your mat. Take your knees as wide as your mat or even off your mat. Everybody, deep breath in through your nose. Feel that breath travel all the way down to your belly. Hold. Exhale, empty out. One more like that. Inhale through your nose. And now exhale through your nose. Continue breathing and bringing space, building space by slowing it down. Feel as if you can watch your breath traveling in your nose, down your esophagus, all the way to the depths of your belly, filling up. And then watch it come right back up and out. Slow down enough that you maybe take some thoughts that have walked in with you by the hand and you walk them out. Giving you enough space to check in with your body. While resting your elbows on the ground, can you reach your fingertips towards the front of the room and push your palms into the mat to press your seat a little further towards your heels? 3 more breaths here. 2. Last breath in. Exhale, empty out. And start rolling forward into your tabletop pose, stacking your hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, drop your belly into cow, gaze forward. Exhale, spine towards the ceiling, gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, fill up. Drop your belly, gaze maybe towards the ceiling now, opening up a little bit more. Empty out, cat pose, press your palms, shoulder blades come apart. Continue taking on cat-cows. Take deep breaths to slow it down here and make space in your mind to consider the movements that serve you versus the movements that maybe you think are expected of you or that look good on someone else. 2 more breaths. Last inhale here. Exhale. Come to a neutral tabletop pose. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Lift your hips higher towards the ceiling as you continue to ground your heels towards the floor. Push into your palms. Roll your shoulders back and now see if you can bring your chest closer towards your thighs. Maybe even bending your knees to bring your torso and chest onto your thighs and then straightening from there. And now use these next few breaths for you. Pedaling out your feet, maybe some neck rolls. Two more breaths. Filling up, letting go. One more, inhale. Exhale, bring your toes together in the back of your mat and step your right foot forward, coming into a low lunge. Left knee comes down. Bring both hands onto your front knee for a moment and lengthen from there on an inhale. On the exhale, come a little bit forward and drop your hips. Now raise your arms up, big breath in, lengthen. From here, come out of your waist and take a back bend for 3, 2, stay for 1 more. Exhale, hands to your mat, step your right foot back into a high plank pose. Shoulders come past your wrists, come all the way down to your belly. Baby cobra, inhale and peel up your chest. Gaze in front of your mat, so long neck. Exhale, come back to the mat. Cobra number 2, inhale, peel up. Maybe see if you can go a little bit higher. Exhale, come down. Last baby cobra, inhale to peel up and stay up. On every inhale, seeing if you can lift a little higher, maybe lifting your hands off the mat, maybe even lifting the tops of your feet off the mat. Exhale, roll back down. Curl your toes under, fire up your thighs, high plank, downward facing dog. Toes together, left foot swings forward this time, drop into low lunge. Hands on your left knee, inhale to lengthen your torso. Exhale, come a little bit forward, drop your hips towards the front of the room. You can bring your foot even a little forward. Yeah, there we go. Everyone, inhale, reach up. Out of your waist, exhale, take a back bend like you're coming over a small ledge that is right at your lower back. You have 2 more. Last inhale to reach. Exhale, hands to your mat, high plank. Step your left foot back and hold this time. 1 straight line from the crown of your head all the way to your heels. Your heels are pressing towards the back of the room while the crown of your head is reaching towards the front. Gaze between your palms and fire up your breath. Bring everything to the midline of your body. So fire up your core, belly button to spine. You can always drop a knee or 2 if needed. Take your right hand, lift it, tap your left shoulder. Exhale, take it down. Left hand comes up, tap your right shoulder. Bring it down, continue switching right to left. See if you can slow it down to keep your hips in line. So Nicole, try to lift and then leave your right hip down as you lift up. Yes. It makes it a little more difficult, so can you come to your breath? Can you take a knee down if needed to stay in the work of the pose? We're switching for 3, 2, last switch, come to high plank. Shift your shoulders forward, low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your heels up from the ground. Exhale, heels ground into your mat. Tiptoe your feet forward. Come into a ragdoll pose, grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe stay in stillness or sway side to side, but everyone shake your head and nod it yes. Let go of your neck. Slight bend to the knees makes this more accessible. Let go of your elbows, hang, and slowly rise all the way to mountain pose, Tadasana, hands at your side. Inhale, arms up, press into your heels in the floor as you reach and grow an inch taller. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine, the crown of your head forward. Step back to high plank. Exhale to low. Chest comes through to upward facing. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here. 2. Last inhale, fill up. Bend your knees, look forward, go there. Halfway lift, fold, rise and reach. Exhale, go low. Halfway lift, step or shoot it back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, fill up, empty out. Last inhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, fold, rise, fold. Halfway lift, shoot it back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Breath in, breathe it out, feet forward. Halfway lift, fold, rise and reach. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, shoot it back, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. 1 breath in, let it go, feet forward. Halfway lift, fold, rise, fold. Lengthen, shoot it back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, skip the breath, feet forward, halfway lengthen, fold. Rise, fold. Lengthen, shoot it back and flow. Chest comes up, hips high, feet forward, halfway lift, fold, rise, fold. Lengthen, shoot it back and flow. Continue running through Sun A's for 30 more seconds, choosing your speed, faster, or I invite you to go a little slower, using 1 breath for each movement, feeling every part of the Sun A, the high to low, the up, the down. Finish the Sun A that you're on, and everybody will meet in a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, fill up, feel your ribs expand. Exhale, let go, empty out, bend your knees, look forward, go forward. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. Toes together, heels are about 1 inch apart. Inhale to reach your arms further up towards the ceiling as you then roll your shoulder blades back and down away from your ears. Belly button to spine, bring your pelvic floor forward and sit a little bit deeper. Inhale, sit a little bit deeper. 1 more breath, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, shoot it back and flow, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. Right foot forward, warrior 1. Ground to rise and hold your first warrior. Bend a little bit deeper into your front knee, and now take your front knee out to the right side, so out towards your right pinky toe. See here if you can even bring your belly button to your spine. Bring energy into your hands and your arms. They are still there, reaching up. Palms together, gaze up to your palms. Exhale, hands to the mat and flow through a chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, left side, warrior 1. Step forward and rise. Come deeper into your front knee. Push so much into your back foot that you're able to center your chest towards the front of the room. Yes, beautiful. Palms together, gaze up, big breath in to lengthen, hands to your mat flow. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, let it go. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, go forward. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, just 1 breath this time. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, shoot it back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog, right side, warrior one. For one breath, hands to your mat, flow through your vinyasa. Up dog, down dog, left side, warrior one. Reach, hands down and flow. Upward facing, downward facing, breath in, let it go, bend your knees, go forward. Halfway lift, fold, chair, reach, exhale, fold. Lengthen, shoot it back and flow. Up dog, down dog, right foot forward, warrior one. Ground and reach, hands to your mat, flow through a vinyasa. Upward facing, downward facing, left side, warrior one. Hands to the mat and flow. Up dog, down dog. One breath in, let it go, bend your knees, go forward. Halfway lift, fold, rise, fold. Halfway lift, shoot it back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Right side, warrior one, step forward and hold. Slow it down. Bend further into your front knee again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, your hands behind you. Clasp your hands behind your glutes. Inhale to puff up your chest. On the exhale, peaceful warrior. Fold into the inside of your right knee. You could even take a longer stance between your feet, so you're more on train tracks, so that maybe you can fit next to your right knee, using your right shoulder to push into your right knee. Aiming to bring your head towards the ground. Just one more breath. Exhale, rise up to warrior one. Open up into warrior two. Gaze immediately to your front middle finger. Inhale, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, come deeper into your front leg, back into warrior two. Yes. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior, extended side angle. Come into the traditional sense of the pose first, so either right hand down to the floor or right elbow to right knee for 2 breaths. And then go ahead and try on anything else. Playing with something new, maybe something you do normally. Just asking yourself if you've given room, some time, some space to make that decision, or if you're just coming into habit. Reacting to what's around you. Listen to your body. Half bind, full bind, fly. 3 more breaths. Two. If you're up, come back down. Last breath in. Everyone returns to extended side angle. Up into warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior, cartwheel your hands to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right away, left foot forward into warrior one. Rise to reach up. Exhale, hands clasp behind your glutes. Puff up your chest to the ceiling. Fold over your left leg into the inside of your left knee. Peaceful warrior. Try to lengthen your arms towards the front of the room. Your clasped hands come forward over your head. 3 more breaths. 2. Inhale. Rise up. Reach your arms up. Open up into warrior two. Gaze to your front middle finger. Inhale to lengthen your front leg. Exhale, bend back into your knee, warrior two. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Extend this side angle. 2 breaths with your left hand down by your left foot or on your knee, and then go ahead and open up into playing, into being curious about maybe taking on the other bind, the other flight. If you took half, maybe trying on full, you can always reach, for instance, for your shirt behind you, if you can't quite clasp your fingers or hands. 3 more breaths. 2. Last breath in. If you're in flight, come back to extended side angle. And with that same bend in your knee, everyone rise into warrior 2. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior, run through a vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, lift your heels up. Exhale, heels to the mat. One more, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let go. Toes together in the back of your mat. Raise your right leg up to the ceiling and hold. Dial your pinky toes down. Now bend your knee, open up your hip, hold. Flex your top foot a lot, like you're standing on the white wall. Lift your knee up towards the ceiling. Stay here or flip your dog. Maybe already going in for full wheel. Press the soles of your feet into the ground to lift your hips up higher. Exhale, flip back and come to a crescent lunge with your right foot forward. Back heels lifted over your toes. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, just fold out of your hips and hover over your right thigh. Still reaching towards the front of the room. One more breath in, stay. On the exhale, just lower your left hand to the ground and open up into an easy twist. Roll your left shoulder blade back and down so you're pushing your chest out towards the windows, towards the right side of the room. And now right hand comes down inside of your right foot for lizard lunge. Stay in your lizard, maybe shifting forward and back, or play with taking on a bind in your lizard, a half bind, taking flight. We have 3 breaths. 2. Last breath in. Listen carefully. Come back to lizard if you were bound or in flight. Take your right ankle and swing your right ankle back on top of your left. Shift your shoulders past your wrist. Take a low plank. Inhale to high plank, 3-legged dog. Now right foot swings forward, landing crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. I'm sorry, the right. Twist to the right. Keep your hands in prayer. Maybe open up your wings. You can always drop your back knee to come deeper into the twist. One more breath in. Exhale, rise back up into crescent lunge. Put all the weight into your right foot. Fly up to warrior 3 pose. Reaching your arms forward or bringing your hands to heart center, or even goal posting your hands, your arms. One more breath here. On the exhale, slowly start hinging out of your hips to reach towards the ground into standing split pose. Stay in your standing split or play with handstand hops or handstand. In standing split, you can walk your hands further towards your feet, bringing your chest closer to your thigh. Maybe one hand to your ankle or both. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Everyone back to standing split. Lower your lifted leg. Let your lifted foot meet your bottom foot. Take a halfway lift. Fold. Heel toe your feet apart so that they're hips width distance. Peace fingers to big toes. Take a halfway lift so that you come out of your hips, out of your waist. Exhale, fold from here. Let go of your head. Let gravity win. Drop your torso. You can bend your knees as much as you need and even rest your chest on your knees. Check in here. Where's your focus? Where's your awareness? If it's trailed off, that's fine. Just kindly invite it back and let go. No judgment. Slow down and make that space for you to respond that way versus react out of fatigue, react out of judgment. One more breath in. Let go of your toes. Step your feet back into high plank pose. Exhale to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Toes together, left leg goes up to the ceiling. Stay, dial your toes down so that your pinky is facing the ground, bringing your right hip in line with your left. Now bend your knee and open up your hip. Raise your knee up towards the ceiling as you flex your lifted foot. Stay or flip your dog. Soles of your feet ground into the floor, lifting your hips up higher. Reach towards the front of the room or even the floor. One more breath in. Exhale, unflip, step forward into crescent lunge and land. Reach your arms up. On the exhale, hover. Come out of your hips and hover over your left thigh. Gaze down in front of your left toes. One more breath in. Exhale your right hand down. Open up into a low lunge twist. Roll your right shoulder blade back, puffing up your chest out towards the left side of the room. Top hand comes down, lizard lunge. Both hands on the inside of your left foot. Stay shifting forward and back. Or play with a bind. You can also just take both arms out like airplane. 3 more breaths. Two. Last breath in. Exhale, come back to lizard lunge if you went into flight. And this time your left ankle is going to swing back over your right. Shoulders shift forward, low plank, high plank, 3-legged dog. Swing your left foot forward into crescent lunge. Inhale to rise and lengthen. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Even here, you can drop your back knee to get deeper into the twist. Two more breaths. Last inhale, fill up. Let go and come back into crescent lunge, all the weight in your left foot. Rise into warrior 3. Hands reach towards the front or come to prayer in the middle of your chest, or maybe goalpost. Slight bend to your standing knee can help you withstand the balance. One more breath in. Exhale, start hinging down into standing split. Stay in your standing split or take on your handstand hops or handstand. And even here, where we're taking deep breaths, can you slow it down to make that choice? To ask yourself if you want to play or not. If you want to stretch, where your decision's coming from. 2 more breaths. Last inhale here. Exhale, everyone, back to standing split, and slowly begin lowering your lifted leg down to the ground. Right foot meets left. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet apart to hips width distance. Take on gorilla pose. Your palms underneath your feet. Your toes, maybe giving your wrists a little massage. Take your elbows out towards the sides of the room. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. Bend your knees if needed. Nod your head, yes. Let go of your neck. Yes, nice. Two more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, take your palms out from underneath you. Slight bend to your knees. Roll all the way up to mountain pose, Tadasana, hands at your sides, palms facing the front of the room. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Hands at heart center. Take on eagle pose. Wrap your right leg over your left, right arm under left. And now here, belly button to spine. So curve your pelvic floor forward. And now lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Bring them up. See if you can sit just an inch or two lower for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Exhale without letting your right foot touch the ground. Come into dancer's pose. Bend your right knee, grab onto the inside of your right foot. Reach your left hand towards the front of the room. One more breath in. On the exhale, start swinging your right leg forward into figure 4. So right ankle is going to sit on your left knee. Bend into your left knee and take a seat. Hands can stay at prayer here, or you can deepen this hip stretch by reaching your hands or fingertips towards the ground, or take on flight for the next 4 breaths. If you're taking on flight, you're going to want to ground your palms into the floor, and now use your right toes that are lifted to wrap around your left tricep. Start anchoring forward to bring weight onto your right elbow, So onto your right tricep, bring your right knee onto your right tricep, and start shifting the weight forward, seeing if you can come up. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. If you're in flight, come back into figure 4. On the exhale, just lift up, straighten your left leg, let your right leg down. Inhale, arms up, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center, eagle on the left side. Left leg over right, left arm under. Sit into your eagle pose, but now belly button to spine. Lift your shoulders up over your hips. Elbows up in line with your shoulders. You can always open like this, grabbing opposite shoulders if your shoulders are a little bit tight. One more breath in. Exhale into dancer's pose on the left. Reach your left hand into the inside of your left foot. Switch your grip. Switch your grip like inside. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale into figure 4 pose on the left. Left ankle on top of your right knee. Take a seat. Hands at heart center or reach towards the ground, fingertips or palms. Consider going in flight here, even if you didn't on the other side, or just stay for the stretch. Two more breaths. Nice, Amy. Last inhale here. Exhale back up into figure 4 and just take your left ankle off of your right knee. Come to standing, arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands to your mat, halfway lift, fold. One more like that, halfway lift to lengthen. Step your feet back into a high plank pose and hold. Shift your shoulders forward, come to low plank and hold. Come right back up to high plank. Shoulders forward, low plank, high plank, low, high. Just one more set, you know where we're going. Low, high, low, high. One more, low, high. Hips high, downward facing dog. Big breath in, exhale, let it go. One more like that, inhale and fill up. Exhale everything out. Drop your knees, preparing for a half camel pose. So you guys are mostly towards the back of your mat. You might even want to walk a little bit further back. Step your right foot forward into like a low lunge with your bottom knee down. And now reach your left arm towards the front of the room and swing it back all the way to your back heel. Right arm reaches behind you. Push your hips out towards the front of the room. 2 more breaths. Roll your shoulders down. Push them down your spine. One more inhale here. Exhale, come back up. Both knees to the ground. Take a seat. Hands to forehead center. Breathe in. Exhale out. Come back to your knees. Lift up. Step your left foot forward this time. Keep a bend. Right knee is down. Your right arm reaches forward, up, and swings all the way back to reach for your right heel. Left arm reaching towards the back of the room. Push your hips forward and up. Drop your head. One more breath in. Exhale, come back forward onto both knees. Drop your seat to your heels, hands to forehead center. Breath in. Exhale out. Hands to the mat, cross your ankles, and just walk your knees forward. so that you can land in a seat and roll all the way down to your mat, setting up for 2 bridges or wheels. Big breath in. Exhale, set up and rise. Bridge or wheel pose. Push into your feet. Lift your hips up higher towards the ceiling. You have 10, 9. If you're in bridge, see if you can walk your shoulder blades in behind you. 5. If you come out, that's okay. Come right back in. 3, 2. Last one. Chin to your chest, lower all the way down. Collapse your knees together. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bridge or wheel number 2. Rise. 10, 9, we just were here. What can you do different to get all the benefit you came for? Maybe lift one leg and then the other, whether in bridge or wheel. Wheel, you can consider wheel push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, last breath in, stay. Chin to your chest, very nice, Patrick. Lower all the way down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees apart. One hand to your belly, one to your chest. Feel the rise and fall of your belly, the rise and fall of your chest. And use it to bring you back into this moment if you happened to mentally walk off of your mat. Slow it down. Let your inhales match the length of your exhales. And make space to sit in this moment. Three more breaths here. 2. Last breath, fill up. Exhale, come into a happy baby. Take your knees to the sides of your torso, grab the outsides of your feet, and press down, bringing your knees to the sides of your body. You can stay in stillness or sway side to side. Let go, bring your knees into your chest and roll up and down the length of your mat, either just coming through to a down dog or running through a vinyasa. Everyone will meet in downward facing dog. Right side half pigeon. Swing your right foot forward. Right shin is coming towards the front of your mat, but in no way needs to be parallel. Make sure your right knee is further off towards the right side of your mat, some of you. Now inhale, press into the ground to lengthen your torso. Exhale, fold forward. You can stack fists to let your head rest on your fists if you do not have a block or something with you to lift the ground. Camila, use your toes to come in. Exactly, there you go. Nice. And here, check in. Come back to now. Every inhale, try to lengthen. Every exhale, try to melt a little further towards the ground. Slowing things down. Making space for yourself. You have 5 more deep breaths here. Three more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, start walking your palms, pressing into the ground to lift your torso up and stay here for the quad stretch. So bend your back knee and reach for the inside of your back foot with your left arm. Maybe even taking your left foot and bending it into your elbow crease. Three more breaths. Two. Last breath in. Exhale, let go and switch sides for half pigeon, either just swinging your left leg forward or taking on a down dog, opening up your hip, whatever serves you. Left side, half pigeon, left shin towards the front of your mat. Inhale first to lengthen, so press into the mat, lengthen your torso. Exhale, fold. I find I'm getting more used to these moments. I'm getting more used to feeling comfortable in slowing down, in the rest. Whereas typically, most of the time, I was just using rest to think about everything else I had to do. And well, quite frankly, that's not rest. We're checking our text messages and social media in the car. We're shopping, but also talking on the phone. We're cooking, but also maybe reading up on something that we have to look at for work. And so I had to ask myself, if I'm always rushing to what's next, then what is here now? I invite you to consider taking deep, long breaths here to slow down, to invite your mind to the awareness of now. Because what you'll do is make some space. Space to make choices that truly serve you, versus reacting to everything else that we're letting push us into the next direction. Take 3 more deep breaths. Two. Last inhale here. On the exhale, start walking your hands back to lift your torso up, going for the quad stretch. Bend your right knee behind you and reach your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Try to bring your right shoulder forward so that it's in line with your left towards the front of the room. Two more breaths. Last inhale here. Exhale, let go of your back foot and just swing your leg forward to meet in a seated, extended leg position. Arms reach up towards the ceiling, lengthen. Come out of your hips, out of your waist, and fold over long legs. Maybe even lengthen your spine here to come out again, and then exhale, go a little bit deeper for 3 more breaths. Two. Last breath in. On the exhale, start curling up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, to a neutral seated position. Reach your arms forward and keeping your heels on your mat, slowly lower all the way down to laying on your mat. Reach your arms up behind you and take a long morning stretch. Maybe point your toes out. Exhale, take your right knee into your body and take it out to the left side of the room, supine twist. You can also bend both knees here instead if that's more comfortable. Reach your right arm out to the right and take your gaze out to the right. Try to bring your right shoulder down to the ground as well. Yes, beautiful. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, come back to center and switch sides. So left knee bends into your chest and take it on over to the right. This time your left shoulder, you want to try to plant it down towards the ground as you continue to twist, and maybe use your right hand to bring your right knee further towards, your left knee further towards the ground. Two more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, come back to center and take on any inversion here of choice. You can have waterfall, shoulder stand. You can come forward into headstand, into handstand, into forearm stand. If you're in shoulder stand, consider taking on plow. From there, maybe deaf man's pose, bringing your knees to the insides of your head, to the sides of your head, next to your ears. Deaf man's pose or plow pose, come back through to shoulder stand. And everybody slowly lower all the way down to laying on your back. Long legs. Take your knees into your chest. Lift your shoulders up from the ground. Give yourself a big hug. Head towards your knees. Exhale, let go of everything and come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Shavasana, yogis. Let go of controlled breathing. Let go of tension in your jaw. And slow it down so you can experience these next few minutes of rest. Start bringing slight movements to your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers. Bring your knees into your chest and take on a fetal position on the right side of your mat. push into the floor mat to come up to a seat facing the front of the room with eyes closed, hands at heart center. Together, we'll take a deep breath in, fill up. Exhale out of your mouth. Hands to forehead center. My heart thanks and acknowledges you for taking the time to give yourself something today. Together, we'll close our practice with the word namaste. Namaste, namaste, everybody. Namaste, yogis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, I was subbing for Lizzie today, by the way. I'll be here Thursday at 5:30, tomorrow at 12:30, and I'm actually subbing next Saturday at 8 a.m. for Lori. So I hope to catch you there. As usual, feedback, comments, questions, please bring them my way. A few announcements. We have a kids program right now that our teacher Ilona is running. They're short, and so there's like a combination of meditation and breathing and then a little bit of yoga as well for young children. If you're interested in that, ask any of us here, please. And we also have a Halloween class coming up the Friday of Halloween. It'll be like glow in the dark in here. It's really fun. We play around with the sequence and the music. You come dressed up. It's a great time. So we hope you join us. Have a wonderful Saturday. Maybe you'll stay nice and bright outside. And hydrate. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Zoom. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Trying to see you guys. Here we are. Thank you. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Bye, Michael. Bye, Stephanie. There was like 7, but by the end of my shavasana, it's like peace out.